Welcome back to the best shaped state of Michigan. My name is Costa. I live in Macomb Township, Michigan in Zone 6B. And today is Saturday, November 8th. And we have snow in the forecast for tomorrow and Monday. So for Sunday and Monday, the 9th and 10th, we're looking at snow here. So I'm going to turn around and show you what might be one of the last, if not the last, little brief tours here for the season. All right, I'll start with the lawn since that seems to be where the most interest is for my channel so far. Unfortunately, because I do plan on making this garden channel, hence garden is in the name, not lawn. So this was last mowed, I think 2 days ago at 1 1/4 on for the whole lawn. I've just been using the Ego on setting 3, which is 2.4 to pick up the leaves, and I just did that now. We just came home. Willow got to meet the Grinch at Wiegand's Nursery, and then we went to a yarn shop. And so she's had an eventful day, and I've been noticing the few neighbors that do kind of keep up with their lawns. They're all outside picking up leaves and stuff. So I was like, well, I have time. I had like hardly any leaves on here at all. I just didn't want to get caught. So that's the state of the lawn. I can see the color is kind of hanging on. I did end up putting down a 20-0-10 2 days ago. Because we got a little bit of rain, so it got watered in a little bit, and we're due for more rain here either tonight or tomorrow before the snow comes. So that is the update on the lawn here for the state of things. Now I'm going to turn it over to some plants because I love plants and you should love plants too. If you don't have any plants, get some plants. What are you doing? Don't just have an awesome lawn. You can have an awesome lawn and then you can have plants to make your lawn look even more awesome. Give you a little a buffer and a backdrop to make your lawn stand out even more. That's the way I look at it. So here's my euonymus golden spreader, or golden creeper I think it is. I'll have to double check on that. This one is a proven winners. I like that it's getting this pink color to it right now. Here you go. I have 3 of these, and I did confirm, Proven Winners did write back to me, and they said that this is the bush form of it, so it is not the invasive version that is going to like take over my entire landscape, so that's nice. Here is my Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia, one of the 2, and this one is more of the completely variegated. I like this. I'm curious to see what else it's going to do for the rest of the year here. Here's the other one. Let me pan over here real quick. This one is like a, Jekyll and Hyde here. Half of it is variegated, the other half is like solid green. So, but I am a big fan of these Ascot Rainbow Euphorbias. I definitely want to get more Euphorbias. Probably not here at the time because as much as I would like to, I don't plan on widening or making this landscaping bed any bigger. So here is my Pinus strobus blue globosa dwarf with the Phomopsis blight. I will spell that again if I remember to. So this was confirmed by Lily at Wiegand's Nursery that it's Phomopsis blight and not Cytospora canker. So it was pretty wet. I did talk to someone earlier in the year when I had my flop cypresses and my Fire Chief arborvitae. And it was someone that was newer that I can remember, and I haven't seen them since. And they were saying that it looked like my plants didn't have enough water, so then I watered them, and then they basically died right away. So I think they might have given me some bad information, but what are you gonna do? Here's another one of my euonymus with the pink. I had no idea, and actually now, now that I see it, I see the very first berries on these guys. And it looks like I had a little visitor over here eating something too. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with these over the winter time. There is the Palace Castle Artemisia. After my trim job, didn't die, so that's good. I feel like the Artemisia plants are kind of indestructible. It seems like you would pretty much have to set it on fire, send it to hell and back, set it on fire again, and it still wouldn't die. Gold Coast junipers looking good. These were trimmed up a little bit, I think 2 weeks ago. They were getting a little bit out of control, but I still try to leave the abstract shapes that they have. Again, here are one of my 5 cool as ice fescues. I love these so much. These 2 here are Monrovias. I've had a few, I can't remember the other ones offhand, but I know I've had a few Monrovia plants over the years, and I've been really, really happy with everything I've had from Monrovia. I can't remember if these are first editions or also proven winners, but these are Fireside 9 bark, and this is my healthiest of the three. This one's about 36 inches tall. This one's a little bit shorter down here. So still holding on to the Fireside 9 bark leaves. And then here was the one, this one's actually kind of made a little bit of a comeback here at the top. The inside still looks really, really bad. So I wonder if I've lost maybe half of this plant, I'm not sure. But let's see here, and then let's get back to my Amsonia, is my favorite plant here. So this little guy here in the front, that is midway to Montana. This has been in the full color of yellow here for about a month now. I'd say about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. But the other four, this is a cluster of 3 and then 1 here. These are all halfway to Arkansas, and they are looking a little bit sickly to me, in my opinion. They're looking a little bit more lime green. And last year they all looked the same. The last 2 years they actually all looked the same, because I bought them 3 years ago when they were in color at Wiegand's Nursery. They were already turning this yellow orange. And originally they were all planted here. And this side gets a lot more sun for the majority of the day. So I'm wondering if they're maybe suffering a little bit from having too much shade this year, because I moved them in April. I'm still holding out hope that they're going to get some orange. You can kind of see, like, here's an example on the tip right here where it's getting a little bit of color. And then here's the other euonymus right here. I had no idea that I was going to do this with the color or the berries. I was looking for something evergreen at the beginning of the year, and I bought these at Telly's in Shelby. And so this was kind of a surprise that I'm just going to go with. And then here's a look at the Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia from the back. This maple, again, just plain red Japanese maple. The more I'm looking at it, the more I feel like I should be able to figure out if there's actually a variety to this other than just red Japanese maple from Menards, because it definitely has a distinct leaf shape. But I am pretty worried about this one for having not dropped leaves yet, and it's looked like this for a while now. And it did have the wound on the trunk that I tried to repair, so hopefully it's going to make it. Here is my October Daphne sedum. So now it's November Daphne, but it's definitely changing color. It's losing its, it had that eucalyptus look to it before it started getting the flowers on it. And you could see it's almost like half with the blue and half with the orange. So I didn't really think much about this plant, and it used to be kind of clustered with other stuff earlier in the year for the last couple years, and I never really looked at it, didn't really pay much attention to it. But now that I moved it, I think I want to move it again to not be right up against this other cool as ice fescue, and to maybe put it in a planter. I think could look cool, but I tend to kill everything that I have in planters, so I don't know. Here we got Blue Star Juniper, some more Gold Coast junipers, and the 3 Carl Forester grasses here that just have not looked right for me. I did transplant my two alliums, and I made so from 2 alliums I got 9 divisions, and I kind of spread them all out all along the back here, thinking it was a good idea at the time because I want to hide the foliage. But I also didn't think about next year, when it comes time to cut these back, that it's going to be really difficult to get to the foliage and to prune everything off, because everything's so tight to the brick and these other plants. Here are my my hydrangeas, these panicle hydrangeas. I have 2 of them here. In my opinion, this is like when they look the best. They'll actually look even better in the winter when they're completely dead and covered in snow, because sorry, but I don't like these hydrangeas. I'm not a fan. Maybe I can learn to like hydrangeas at some point. I definitely have my eye on some oak leaf hydrangeas. Wiegand's had some about a month, within the past month anyways. And they were all on their full fall color. They looked amazing. So I'm curious to pay more attention to them when they have their spring, summer color and blooms and flowers. But I feel like I only ever see, or at least notice, oak leaf hydrangeas in the fall. So, and then here is my little Crimson Queen Japanese maple. And I swear I moved this 2 weeks ago, and it did not have, I don't think it had these leaves on it on this end or this end. I could be totally wrong, and I probably am, but I'm at least noticing that it has some healthy leaves on it. I have noticed that this graft does not look good. I didn't notice it when I bought it, but this graft looks terrible to me. but it was 20 bucks at Walmart. And I think my days of buying 1-gallon Japanese maples are probably over. That is the fourth 1-gallon, because this one that's 6 feet tall was also 1 gallon when I bought it, or maybe not even a gallon, but that one's done well, but that one got in the ground right away. But my two from Mr. Maple, they survived from July. I bought them in July. They came back again in the spring, and then within about a month of blooming in the spring, they both died. So I thought that was odd. And then I've seen on a lot of forums online, on Facebook and stuff, people have had similar experience buying 1-gallon plants from them. So I'm not sure. I can only go on my experience, and then it's just interesting to see other people confirm that they've had similar experiences. I don't even search for it. People just are constantly posting about it. It's not even something I've sought out to see if people have had that experience. So for now, I'm going to stay away from that. And I think you definitely get what you pay for. I was going to say, I think it's interesting when people complain about how expensive Japanese maples are, or conifers, or just trees in general. And whenever I hear someone say that, I'll literally just go up to them. It's like, oh, you're paying for the years and someone having taken care of it. Like, some of these trees are 5 or 10 years old. So you're paying for that experience, and someone took care of that tree for it to get here to you now. So like, for the previous 5 or 10 years that you might have never even thought about that tree might never have been even a thought in your mind. You might never have even been into plants or gardening, and now you are. Now that tree is here for you to buy. So if it's $300 or $700, it's worth it, because it already has those years on it. I think getting the young trees, the 1-year-old trees, they're going to be a lot more finicky and need a lot more work to kind of help survive. But when you're getting a tree that's already established, yeah, it's going to have maybe some growing pains of going from a pot to the ground, but it already has an established root system, and it's already been healthy enough to survive whatever those 3, 5, 10 years are. So that's my thought on buying plants. I think you definitely get what you pay for, and if you can afford to buy a mature established tree, do it for sure. So that's the wrap up here. The next time you see this, there's a good chance you're going to be seeing snow. One last look. And then here's a little peek over here. So again, I want to thank everyone for watching for this video, and for the previous ones, and from the little bit of content I've put out here in the past 2 months. I definitely plan on making a go of this. My goal, like I said, is to have more plant content, and we are looking to move. So that's why we're in a holding pattern. So I'm hoping that all those things kind of come to fruition and come together at the same time, and I can make my dreams come true, make my gardening dreams come true, and kind of put the content out there that I want to. I feel like right now I'm doing more of I'm putting out more things of that I'm almost imitating a bunch of other people combined. So stuff I've seen on lawn videos, stuff I've seen in plant videos. So I'm still just kind of trying to, get my my feet under myself here and try to figure out my own style. And I feel like I can definitely come up with something more unique. I just haven't gotten there yet. I've definitely gotten a little bit more comfortable doing this, and this is definitely weird. When I watch videos too about how you can do this, they call it talking to camera. Talk to camera. So it is weird. I'm not used to this at all. I'm usually pretty private and anonymous. Like, my other accounts are private. I don't really like people knowing everything about me. But I figured to do this, I kind of have to let down my guard a little bit and show you that I'm a real person, that I have a real name, that I just don't have some pseudonym that I'm going by here. So anyway, so yeah, farewell from Michigan for now, and you'll see me again when you see me again. So I wish everybody well. See you in the next one.